All right, Shalom. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Karkadash, double honors to the apostles of GMS, and sincere Shalom to the brothers that out there pushing this truth and sincerity, and Shalom to the hopeful elect as we continue to push in the Lord's name. And here we got the title, Biden is heckled by protesters yelling, "Resign, you tyrant." And this is exactly what people get. I mean, it was going to be like this one way or another, no matter how we see it. But now we're seeing that people's in a mass uproar. Like I done watched at least 10 videos about 10 different about basically the same thing, technically leading to different things. From Biden to Afghan to what's going on in Afghan to what people are doing over here. And let's just say a lot's happened within for him to do what he did in 4 days. To be leading this much. And it's honestly pretty funny. I'm like, damn, I never knew somebody could screw up in 4 days of a decision. And apparently there's at least over hundreds, or at least for as they're saying, at least maybe 1,000 of American civilians and troops all together. And that leaked out pretty hard apparently, and people are even more pissed off once they found that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip for a little bit, and then I'm gonna hit right into the scriptures.
Should be ashamed of yourself! Should be protecting pirates! You ain't gonna do shit! Westbrook died in 2011 Afghanistan for what? This guy's for this shit! Leave them in ruins and leave Americans behind! Leave Americans behind! He would leave you behind! You guys, protecting him! Leave you guys behind! That's great! Leave no American behind! Ronald Weltrick buried in Arlington, 2011, December 11th. For what? He lost his life for what? Keep looking,
And people are really pissed. They it's bad when they gotta fake the imagery of making it seem like they having people come up that really supports them, which in this case wasn't a lot of people. This is Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. And this is exactly those days at this point, because no one's happy here. Everybody's angry, especially at their leaders. This is not looking good for the so-called leaders, as I would say, the low tier leaders. Because the high leaders that don't show themselves, they're doing fine. They don't really care. I mean, this is part of the agenda. But these people, they're smart for this because they don't show themselves. They put other faces that represent them. So if anything, they'll be the target. They gotta deal with the stress and all that. But they doing a bang up job. They ain't gotta do much. Set up what you gotta set up and let the chaos begin. He says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, as we have witnessed with this pandemic. Even when jobs are coming back, you're mandated to do something. And if you don't want to, hey, you don't work. Just that simple. but there's not a lot of workers. Because a certain job I was doing, they said they had to increase their pay rate because nobody wanted to do it. Because they feel like they can get sick from doing this during this pandemic for what it is. And he was like, it's not worth the work for the amount of money we're getting paid. It says, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And that's the entertainments. That's a little bit of everything, really. Like, people can't even enjoy going outside without having to wear a mask or being restricted of something. Like, you could literally see this land has been broken, especially the spirit of this place, because their so-called president done left their numbers cut in half, and they have been shown as weak, and the people of this land don't like it. So we can see the collapse of this place drawing closer and closer, especially for all this to happen with a short span of what, as far as I've seen, this is like the 26th day of Americans being left behind. It's the biggest topic of all at this point. Between all of this, and it's a big topic because we see the fall of this place happening right in front of us. But not only that, but because it's prophecy. Because as I've been watching even more clips, it's leading to the president being resigned to get Kamala in there. And then Egypt will happen all over again. This is Isaiah 24:10. The city of confusion is broken down. I want to stop right there personally, because we can truly see that this place is broken. Even before the retreat of Afghan, we're gonna go back before the virus. Let's go back when the stock market crashed. And then on up, things haven't gotten any better. You still had people killing each other, which is nothing new in this society. The value of the dollar going down every time. I think it's every year or less than a year, the value of the dollar decreases. You still had problems with politicians. You still have problems with literally everything in the society. It just gets worse and worse every year. And that's all it is to it. Nothing's changed. It just got worse. It says there is a crying for wine in the streets. Actually, I don't even think Slovakia. I didn't even read the full thing. Slovakia. It says the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. And it's really gotten to this point, at that point, because now they're going to start closing off borders, start doing evaluations or assessments. As I watched the clip, they said now they're going to try to focus on Taliban spies inside the U.S. Meanwhile, they still brushing off every question that comes up about Afghan. So that definitely says a lot. And so they're going to start, as you know, as we've been saying it, they're going to start associating us with these so-called with terrorists. I don't want to say so-called, but they're going to associate us with terrorists. They're going to claim we're so-called terrorists, even though we're not even out here doing anything like that. But they'll set up an imagery showing that we are. And that's what Esau has always been known to do. Set up a problem to come with a solution. He says, there's a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. the land, that's like the mirth of the land is gone. And yeah, you don't see nobody walking around here all smiley, happy as dopey, um, all cheerful. And if they are, they just trying to escape the depression they're in, which is nothing fine. I mean, this is all fine because hey, while we're in this society, we might as well enjoy some time of ourselves until this place blows up. But there's no genuine, actual happiness here. Even our oppressors, I'm talking about just the low level oppressors, like even just the average Edomite. Even the average Edomite is not even happy nowadays. I walk by and see them. They're not even smiling. If anything, they usually kind of look agitated. So it's even bad when the Edomites don't even like this place. And they're the main ones that will actually go into a riot. While our people just ride over the dumb shit. You actually have Esau that rides for the actual shit that Jake should be riding for. And that don't even make no sense. So the mirth of this land is nowhere near. The mirth of this land is completely gone. There's no happiness. There's only darkness here. And it's always been darkness here, but now that what does this say? That illusion of the light being there is dissipated. Now you can see how really dark this place really is. And that's why this place really needs to go. But this is Isaiah 31:1. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. Woe means destruction, by the way. So it says destruction to those that go down to Egypt, or in this society, first and foremost, for help. And this is what our people get. They get it with the destruction. Especially, I'm talking about even now, that they ain't getting no help. Every help that they asked for just got rejected. And then especially when the time comes, they're gonna get these people gonna get destroyed anyways. There's gonna be a lot of bodies on the ground when it's time to pull the plug on this place. A lot. And people won't know what to do with themselves. That's the crazy thing about it. Like our people act like this place is the most invincible place that can never be touched. Kind of found out how wrong they are. It says, and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. And that's exactly what our people don't do. They don't look unto the Holy One. They don't look unto Yahweh Bashim Shah. They just look unto whoever gives them the power to do something. But these people aren't meant to understand. This is only for the elect. And a lot of our people, they're going to end up going. That's why Jeremiah 11:14 says, pray not thou for this people. There's a reason for that. And we can see why. Because the way the mentality of our people hasn't changed. It's just grown worse. Like, hell, you had that one Hispanic chick in the background in the video saying, I give my life for this place. That's the mentality of our people, and especially in the 12 tribes in general. They would give their life for this place. Lord, these people just don't care at this point. They'd be the same ones posting, and I see it all the time in the comment board. They'd be the same ones posting scriptures all day long. But yet, the mentality of these people just aren't there. And it doesn't need to be. We out here to solely do a job, and that's it. But that's why it says woe to them, because they don't look unto the Lord. So for that, they must be put down. And that's exactly what the Lord's going to do. He's going to put down our people, Esau, these heathens, and the Lord's going to bring back the Israelites right. That's all there is to it. And Esau is going to serve his time. But that's all I wanted to go into with that. So, with that, shalom.